I want to discuss today stored procedures, how we used in real time stored procedures in our day-to-day work, and also we'll try to take up a few questions if you have any regarding any interview tips or any career advice. You can discuss with me once we complete this first topic. Okay, I know I think few people might already aware this topic, but yeah, for them, you just consider this session as a revision, or if you don't know, that's fine. You can able to get some knowledge out of it. Okay, so I just explain a simple way why we require stored procedure and where we use the stored procedure and what exactly is the stored procedure. Okay, these kind of things that we will discuss in this session. Okay, so and hope everybody knows what is table, how to create a table, and where we can use table and all, right? And also what is function, where to use a function, what is the user function. This kind of information you are already aware. If you know that, this store process is also very much similar. Okay, like why this stored procedure came into the picture is, like the function. First of all, if you know the function definition and usage, then the stored procedure is very much similar to that. Okay, so function is nothing but set of statement that we use to execute at a time, and also whenever we require, we'll just call the function, and the function will execute the setup statement for us, right? So that means reusable. We don't need to execute multiple functions repeatedly, right? Simply just write a function, okay, and call it. It will execute for us, right? Like a UDF. How we create UDFs, user defined functions. The same way, we will create a stored procedure, but there is a little variation in the syntax and all that we will see. Okay, so the stored procedure is, this is a Google definition. I just taken it from Google. The stored procedure is a collection of pre-compiled SQL statements stored inside the database. Okay, we are storing all the statements or all the queries whatever we required. Like a view. You know view, right? The similar to view, but view are almost static. You cannot pass any values randomly or dynamically. Okay, but to the store procedure, we can pass parameters dynamically. Okay, that is the advantage, right? So we will see how to create a store procedure without parameters, with parameters, and the syntax and all we will see. Okay, so let me. Okay, I have few tables. You see here: origin, prices, products, temperature, weather, something like that. So first we will see. Let's start from weather. Weather table. This is the sample data, like the previously I loaded. A few people are already aware about this data, like the Delhi city and temperature date, minimum maximum temperature. This table holds this much data for 1 month, like for March month, you can say. Okay, this is one way to execute queries, right? That you know. Okay, and if what happened when if I write like this, like where min of temper is greater than, let us say, 20. Okay, so this is the general statement. Okay, these are the records which are having temperature is minimum temperature is greater than 20, right? This statement is very simple. Okay, now, okay, so this is fine. Like one statement, two statements, or a group of, like, let us say 10 lines of code, that is still fine. See, assume there is 100 lines of code where you want to pick temperature from each city. Minimum temperature below 20. Okay, so for that there is some code which some person written for 100 lines. Okay, but you want to give that access to the end user. End user, if they click on one button, they're supposed to get those information. Okay, so in that case, what we have to write? Generally, we will create views, right? Okay, So you create a view, minimum temperature is greater than 20. Okay. But if there is an option to the end user to enter minimum temperature, what they want. Okay. So in that case, you cannot get the desired output, whatever is requesting by the client by using views, right? So in that case, what we will write, we will create a procedure, okay, with dynamic parameters. Okay. So we will allow our end users to insert their values, whatever they want. Okay. So let us create it first of all view, and we'll see with and without parameters how it will be. Okay. Now the statement is very simple. There is a little syntax differences in each workbench, like SQL Server you may see little variants, and MySQL and Oracle you may see small variants in syntaxes, but try to understand the concept. Okay. Syntaxes anyway you can get it from Google, or with if you have experience you can get it easily, but thing is understanding the concept is very important. Okay. Now and when since we are using MySQL workbench, we have to use syntax like delimiter. Begin. And this is SQL statement, right? So we have to close that. Create procedure. Procedure name, whatever you can give it. Okay. Okay. Get temperature or get weather report. You can give any name. Okay. This is custom name. Just I'm giving. So all right. This is a general syntax to create a procedure without parameters. Okay. So simply you can execute it. Yeah. So we will see here it got created successfully for this value. Okay. And if you want to call procedure, it is very easy. Just write a call and use this. Okay. Use this name. That's it. So what will happen? This statement we will use in our any of our queries. Okay, so that you no need to write this statement again and again. Okay, by using simple single line step, then we can easily call our procedure. Okay, so now if I want let us say temperature is greater than 21. Okay, then definitely it won't work, right? Because this one is not created. Okay, this procedure is not created, right? So in that case, what we have to do, we have to create a dynamic. Okay, dynamic means we have to pass these parameters while running our query. Okay, so we indirectly we can say that that is a dynamic passing parameters, right? So for that, we have to create a procedure with parameter syntax. Okay, it is very easy. With parameters is, let us assume, get weather report. I'm going to create one more. Okay, let me take it. No, let me take it and create a new one for you. Okay, this procedure is already there, so do it like that. Report. I want to use two parameters like min temperature. Use p underscore whatever name you can use it. Okay, min temperature, because these are the parameters which we are going to pass while running our query. Okay, so that is the reason I mentioned here min temperature. Min temperature is like integer only, right? I will use int, and p underscore max temp again integer, right? So I want to use these two parameters to pass my values dynamically. Here I will pass something like this. In temperature, and let me take it in another line, and m is less than 35. So in place of 35, we can write this parameter. Okay. Right. Now we just created another store procedure with parameters, right? So here I want to pass two values, that is minimum temperature and maximum temperature dynamically. Okay. So let me create this one. Let me create this one. This procedure got created. Okay. We can see here also. If you just refresh it, see here. What is this? Get weather report. Okay, this is the procedure which one created just now. Right. Now, since we created procedure with the parameters, when you want to call it, you have to pass the parameters. What will happen if you won't pass the parameters? Okay, we'll see. See, it won't execute because it is expecting input values, right? Okay, here I'm explaining only 2-3 values, but in real time we have to create a procedure based on our requirement. Okay, and these values will be passed through job itself. Okay, right? Like that, we will create a procedure. Okay, now let us assume I want minimum temperature is 25 and the maximum temperature is 35. Okay, I want those records. Okay, then you please execute it. There is only one record which is having minimum temperature is greater than 25, 25, and maximum temperature is less than 35. Okay, so and you can also change the parameters whatever you want, that is dynamically. Let us say 20, greater than 20 and less than 38, and you can call it, just call them. See here, so our query is working dynamically, correct? So in general, this type of creation we will use more in a real time, but again it is case to case. The passing parameters is absolutely optional. Okay, if you have a requirement, definitely you have to pass it. If not, then you can go with the default execution or default creation. Okay, right. Okay, so guys, okay, let me tell you a few more. Like, it is very easy to drop. Again, the drop statement is very simple. Like, just use drop. Okay, drop procedure. Drop procedure name. The procedure name, I can take this one. Let's assume. Let me check it. Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's it. So, and alter also we can do it, but I think the alter is not required to write a statement, because try to understand here, if you want to change the definition or the syntax in a sense, a complete procedure name and all, better drop and recreate it, because it is very easy. Single line, single time execution, right? So these are the very important, we can say, the procedures we are using in real-time projects we are using. Okay, security is topmost priority, and the code reusability is very important. And think that way, like if we have the more number of lines, but if you are executing the query again and again, it may create a lot of network consumption, right? So if you do this, then the network consumption may decrease. Okay, that is one more advantage. Okay, so of course we won't use expensively. Wherever required, we have to use this type of implementation in our projects. Okay, and even in interviews, if somebody is asking regarding store procedure, you can explain this way. And yeah, of course there may not be a big questions out of this topic, guys. See, the syntax may be little here and there when you are using another workbench. Okay.
So Naresh, if it is not so dynamic, purpose. So both view and store procedure are same, right?
Generally, we use views for downstream, like for reporting purpose. Okay, reporting purpose, end users can also easily query. Okay, like select star from view name, they can easily query, right? But coming to here, this is a technical related. I can say procedures. These procedures will use as part of another query execution. You're getting me? Let us say we need to execute 3 4 queries, one by one. But in that, I want to use this procedure. There I will trigger. Once I complete the first set of code execution, then my requirement is to trigger second code of execution. In that case, I don't want to write entire second code of execution, right? I will create a store procedure in place of second query and place that query, a store procedure name, and just I will write call get weather report. That's it. You getting me? Okay. See, here, let us say these are the dynamic values. I only inserted now, but in real time, these values may come from the job. Okay. So, how we got this job? Okay. So, let's assume there is a one query where it will produce these two values, minimum and maximum temperature. Okay. Thus, two values, I can say query one. Okay. Query one is giving values 20 and 38 as a minimum and maximum temperature. That two values dynamically, job itself is a passing and triggering and calling the this parameterized procedure. That way, there won't be any dependency or human intervention. Automatically, it will execute. Like if a user is given some values, like they want this data in January. If the user enter January as a month, then our first query should try to calculate based on the previous history minimum and maximum temperature it's supposed to capture. And the second query, in place of second query, we are calling store procedure which was created, and the values are passing values are minimum and maximum temperature of January. Okay. Then finally, the output is whole records. We need to get it. I just explained one scenario, but real time maybe in another scenario. Okay. So we can use this store procedure in our technical queries also, not only for downstream applications or down to the end customer. We can use in our different queries also. Okay. So it is a little as compared to views, is a little technical. Getting me?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, any questions on this? Of course, you can use any DDL or DML statements which is executable in a SQL. Okay, you can explore it in that way, but all DDL, DML you can able to do here. You can insert the data, you can manipulate the data. Okay, but thing is, you have to be careful whether you are creating a with or without parameters. Okay. Guys, any questions? Regarding store procedure, if you see in Google or YouTube, you may get different types of statements regarding store procedure, but stick with only one. If you learn many things, definitely you will get confused. Stick with one. Okay, nobody will ask you all. Okay, the moment you say, I know this, that's fine. Either you have to learn in Oracle syntax or SQL or MySQL, but you should be thorough about this subject. Should be able to explain the difference between like table creation and store procedures and views. Okay. But guys, okay. If you don't have any questions, please let me know. Many people are messaging me regarding some general questions, interview preparations, or career transitions. You can ask me. Definitely, I will try to answer if I know the subject.
Hi Naresh, this is Rahul.
Yeah, Rahul.
Can you explain how to return that cursors? inside the stored procedures.
Cursors?
Yes,
Can you please give me example what exactly you're looking for?
like you are storing, select star from weather. How to
Mm-hmm.
return that entire result to that function? You are calling by using call function, no? That stored
Mm-hmm.
procedure.
Mm-hmm. Call is a uh, syntax to call the store procedure.
Okay.
Do you aware about UDFs or functions?
Sorry.
About UDFs or functions?
Yes,
In
UDF, I'm aware of that one, user defined functions.
okay, how you do? Generally, you will write a code and you will give some name and you will register that UDF and you will use wherever required, right?
Yes, yes.
And coming to function, functions also similar. You may create one function with a set of statements and wherever you want, you just call the function, right?
Yes.
The same way here, writing whole query number of times, write a query once and name it and use it.
Okay.
Okay, call is a just syntax or a text to call a function. Okay,
Okay, okay, Naresh. Thanks, Naresh.
no problem. Guys, any general questions? If you have any questions, I will try to answer.
Uh, Hi Naresh, this is Sendil. Actually, I have asked a few couple of questions, right? So maybe I think you would have the list.
Yes, until
Uh,
actually I'm pretty busy with my project deployment in my
okay,
company.
okay, yeah,
So yesterday
okay,
I didn't get a chance. Okay, so
okay.
we'll see Senthil. But before that, have you prepared any answers for those questions yourself from YouTube or Google?
Uh, no, I overall I had a look on it, but didn't prepare theoretically or something like that. Yeah.
That's what Senthil. See here, if I get a time, definitely I will look into it. Thing is, first of all, you try your level, okay, from your side, and definitely answers you will get it from Google. There is no doubt at all. But thing is, in that answers, if you have any questions, you try to discuss.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but what are the questions? I just learned one time, but yeah, those are valid questions that we may expect in interviews. Okay, and discussing those type of questions in our classes also very good for rest of them also. Okay,
Okay.
so try to capture and the questions you already captured it, but try to give your answers
Okay.
by seeing internet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay.
There's any questions
Hi,
or anything?
hi, hi Naresh. Actually, I have one question regarding the career transaction. So, can I
Maybe
ask?
name.
Devasis,
Yeah, there was a system.
regarding the career transaction. So, I have around 6.9 years of experience into Oracle and PLSQL domain. So, is it possible that with this experience, can I make a transaction to in Hadoop?
Yeah, why not? But you're saying seven
Uh,
years of experience in ETL side, right? Or data warehousing.
no, on OLTP and Oracle.
It's fine. It's fine. You have knowledge on Oracle, right?
Yes.
Only like what type of JD that you have currently?
Currently, I am working as a like team leader.
Fine. I'm asking you what type of work that you do on this Oracle.
Basically, the creating the database objects like procedure, views, and triggers, all these things, depending upon the business requirement.
Okay, I think you might aware about this procedure that what we discussed just now, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, see, that is good. It is possible. For your question, it is possible to transition. Okay, but to make a transition, it is possible. But thing is, since you have 7 years experience or 8 years, right? So, is there any company that you changed in between, or total experience in a single company?
No, I have around like 3 companies I have experience.
Okay. Last company, till date, how many months or years you been into your present
Uh,
company?
Last company I have worked nearly 13 months.
See,
And
since your designation is team lead, let it be team lead, and you have to uh, get a knowledge on big data tools and try to incorporate one project in your resume and show up you are a big data developer, okay, from current company onwards or from previous company onwards.
okay.
Getting me? But make sure you should learn some theoretical concept and also practical, then do some uh, demo project to show yourself as an experienced person. Okay.
So can you please suggest like how many years I need to put on my resume?
Minimum 2 to 3 years you should put it.
Okay. Okay.
Minimum, because you are saying 7 years, right? Out of 7 years,
Yes.
you put minimum 2 to 3 years. You are
Okay. Thank you, Naresh.
so if you want, what are the tools that you want to learn? The previously, whatever I uploaded previously, one video is there in our channel. Okay, just
Yes. Yes.
visit playlist which was uploaded latest, and definitely you will get to know what are the tools or technologies that we have to learn to track an interview. I mean, big data interview.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, you have to spend minimum 2 to 3 months based on how much time you are already daily.
Okay. Actually, I have like basic overview, overall knowledge of both Hadoop and PySpark. But coming to the project, I don't have any like hands-on experience. So that makes me very scared.
Yeah, understood. That is the problem with not only you. Okay, it is a problem for many. Okay, many people who are showing some experience in their resumes. Okay, but I'm keep on telling that don't stop there. Like first you get some knowledge on each subject or each tool. We ourselves are supposed to build one project. Okay, and execute it. Okay, I know you people may ask you how can we execute it. Okay, try to see some demo projects which are available in YouTube. Try to see. You have to divide as a task and complete the task and make on priority like task one, task two, task three, task four. Like task one is creating a tables in Oracle. Task two is migrating tables from Oracle to Hadoop by using Scoop. Task three is creating a tables in Hadoop. Okay. Task four is again creating layers like stage and core layers in Hadoop and doing some data manipulations activities or data transformation activities by using Hive and PySpark. Okay, and finally creating a views on top of it, creating a store procedures, and loading that output into Oracle again by using SQL, by using Scoop. That's it. You tell me what else we missed. Of course, we may use some shell script to run our statements. Nothing much. There's no big thing in this one. If you know these tools that were just now I told you, that is enough. Okay, right, guys. We have 2 minutes left. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will wrap up.
Thank you, Naresh. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Naresh Prakash here.
yeah, Prakash.
I have a general question. So I'm having overall 14 years of experience, and currently in the present company, I'm past 6 years I'm working. So I want to switch over from ETL to PySpark and AWS means the project one. So how much experience can I put?
3 years. You put 3 years on 2 to 3 years on.
So any idea 14 years of experience is what kind of questions or what
That's
is
what
the
it is a
expectation?
matter like where you are applying, which position you are applying. And you can simply say that I have only 3 to 4 years experience into this industry. whatever you currently are looking for. Okay, getting me?
Okay. Okay.
You have to write such a way in our resume. Like last 3 years I've been into this position. I'm expecting questions from that. Like that, you have to ask them. For else, applying itself, you have to take care that one. If you are applying for big data, then keep only 3 to 4 years. If you are applying for your own native experience, then you have to keep all 14 years. You have to keep all 14 years, but out of that, how much big data experience you have, that you have to mention. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Naresh, thank you.
Okay, guys. Thanks for joining. Uh, we'll come up with the next topic in the next week. Also, we'll take a few more questions like this. And if you have any questions or information, please comment in the YouTube channel so that we'll try to reply it. Thank you. Happy weekend.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Man.